Welcome to the TouchDesigner and POPX tutorial series. Today we are building an organic cell. We will create custom geometry using pops, then deform a tube mesh using pattern chops mapped with point U. Finally, we use POPX tools like Move Along Mesh to animate instances across the surface. And if you just want to grab this file to experiment right now, it is available on my Patreon. Okay, let's look at the network structure. Chapter 1. Overview. Our network is divided into three main sections. First, we use the POP family alongside POPX tools like Instancer, Orient Mesh, and the Move Along Mesh operators to create our custom cellular geometry and animate instances across a deforming surface, using pattern chops mapped back to the POP to create deformation. Next, we head into the render section, using transparent PBR materials and basic lighting. Finally, we wrap up with simple post-processing, combining ramps and Luma blurs to get this microscopic look. Speaking of which, if you are looking for feedback on your renders or beginner TouchDesigner courses, you can join over 400 students in my school community linked below. Let's jump into the tutorial. Chapter 2. Network. First, let me talk to you about POPX, a powerful tool for TouchDesigner created by MiniUV, a generative visual artist and TouchDesigner expert known for his advanced particle system projects. POPX is a custom family of operators that extends TouchDesigner's point operators. It introduces a GPU-accelerated framework for generating, transforming, and simulating geometry in real time. While optimized for its packed POPX geometry system, all operators work seamlessly with any standard POP geometry. Keep in mind that you'll need the POPX tool from MiniUV to run this project. You can find the download links inside MiniUV's Patreon page. To install these operators, you just have to drag the tox file inside TouchDesigner, and this POPX icon will appear on the top right side of the screen. Here you can enable or disable the components. Also, to activate the operators, you need to right-click for this pop-up window and click on Replace Stabs and the Regenerate so the operators are fully active. We start by dropping a line pop. Set the divisions to 1 and in 0.1 position, X to 0.05 and 0 for the rest. Connect this to the first input of a copy pop. Now grab a sphere pop, set the frequency to 3, and uniform scale to 0.1. Connect it to the second input of that copy pop. On the copy pop, inside the template page, turn on Template Rotate to Vector, and set forward direction to +X. Next up, we need a box pop. Change its uniform scale to 0.01. Connect it to the first input of another copy pop. Take our previous copy pop and connect it to the second input of the new copy pop. Now create a select pop and point it to the first copy pop. Create another sphere pop. Set frequency to 3 and uniform scale to 0.1. Create a merge pop. Connect the sphere pop to the first input, the final copy pop to the second input, and the select pop to the third input. Connect this merge pop to a POPX Instancer. The Instancer creates and distributes copies of POP geometry across point clouds, meshes, or curves, allowing flexible spatial arrangements and structured distributions. By the way, if you find this network interesting, but maybe do not want to build it all from scratch, you can just grab the finished project file on my Patreon. There are over 7,000 subscribers there who get access to all my project files, custom TouchDesigner plugins, and some free VJ packs. If you prefer to just jump straight in and experiment, the link for that is also in the description. Alright, so in the Instancer comp, go to Instancing, set Uniform Scale to 0.1, and in the distribution page, change distribution type to spherical. Now plug this into the first input of a Move Along Mesh tool. Now let's create the surface for the clones. Create a pattern chop. Set length to 100, number of cycles to 2, amplitude to 0.25, and animate the phase with absolute time seconds divided by 5. Pass this to a chop to pop. Set start position all to 0 and end position X to 15. Set attribute scope to P1 because we have only one channel output from the pattern chop. Drop a circle pop. Set orientation to Y, Z and radius to 0.9 on both axes. Connect it to the first input of a copy pop. And then connect the chop to pop to the second input. We need another pattern chop. Set length to 400, cycles to 0.5, and amplitude to 2. Duplicate the pattern chop. And change the number of cycles to 7, amplitude to 0.1, and animate the phase using abs_time.seconds. Connect these pattern chops to a math chop, and set combine chops to add. Now in the pop section, add a lookup channel pop. Point the lookup chop parameter to the math chop. And now set lookup index attribute to _point U. Change to high to 1.25, and output attribute scope to scale. We are mapping our math waveform onto the geometry scale across its UV space, so the tube deforms using the pattern shape. Connect the lookup channel pop to a math mix pop. Set operation to A multiplied by B. Then set scope A to PYZ. For scope B, we need the scale attribute. And in the result scope, set it to P.YZ. This is deforming the circles across Y and Z axis. Connect the math mix pop to a skin pop, and then to a transform pop, and adjust the translate X to 0.8, and uniform scale to 0.15. Finally, connect the transform pop to a normal pop to create geometry normals. Now we need to combine these two networks with POPX tools. So add a select pop looking at the final normal pop we made. Connect this select pop to a POPX orient mesh. This operator is essential for preparing meshes before using them with the move along mesh operator, as it defines the up vector that determines the direction of motion across the surface. Now connect this into the second input of the move along mesh tool. Let's set the orient mesh, change the color to black, and change compute method to compute from polygons. Then toggle enable curl noise to on, set period to 4, amplitude to 2, and exponent to 2. Now we also need a keyboard and chop to use as a trigger later. In the move along mesh tool, let's change some parameters too. First we need the keyboard in for the initialize and start buttons. Next, in the attach page, set the mode to scatter. Now go to the animate page and change the random speed to 0.5. Then turn enable lifetime on. Set life variance to 1. Also enable scale by H and set the remap values to 0 and 3. Activate enable point relax and set the iterations and strength to 2. Now add a POPX geocomp and then create a PBR material. You can add it to the Material tab in the Instances page. Now inside the PBR mat, set roughness to 0.35 and ambient occlusion to 2. Set alpha front to 0.35. Then go to Common Settings and turn on Blending Transparency and Legacy Alpha Behavior. Just taking a quick second before we move on. If you are enjoying this and want to study TouchDesigner further, you are always welcome to join my school community. We have over 400 students learning together right now. It is a great place to find beginner courses, get feedback on your project files, and just network with other creators. If that sounds helpful to you, I will leave the link down in the description. Perfect. Add a select pop, pointing to the normal pop, and connect it to a geometry comp. Set Xform uniform scale to 1.1. Now add a PBR material. On the new PBR mat, set roughness to 0.1 and alpha front to 0.4. In Common Settings, turn on Blending Transparency Set both source and destination color to source alpha. Enable legacy alpha behavior. Disable post mult color by alpha, and disable depth test so we get a fully transparent material. Create another select pop looking at the normal pop. Now drop a line pop. With 0.1 position X at 0.02 and the rest 0. Now combine these two pops into a copy pop. For this one, enable template rotate to vector and adjust forward direction positive X. Use a select pop to grab the current state of this copy pop and connect it to a geometry comp. Set its uniform scale to 1.1 and now add a wireframe material. For the render, I'm using a constant chop to control our resolution. Then a camera viewport. For lighting, a standard environment light with an HDRI image to provide soft reflections. Also, 2 light comps to illuminate from different angles. A render top with the resolution linked to the constant chop. Now for post-processing. Let me just view this constant chop to have it handy. Now add a transform top. Set scale to 2 on both axes. Connect the transform top to a blur top. Set pre-shrink to 7. Filter size to 16. Connect the blur top to a level top. And bring the post opacity down to 0.2. Drop another select top pointing to the render top. And connect it to the first input of a composite top. And set operation to add. Connect the composite top to a new level top. Then connect that to another composite top. Drop a ramp top. Set color to this soft blue and black. Then set the type to circular. And period to 3. Also set resolution to the constant chop. Connect the ramp top to the second input of the composite top. On this composite top, set operation to luminance difference, and go to common settings and set pixel format to 32-bit float. We set the pixel format to 32-bit float here because we are doing extreme brightness operations and need to prevent our pixel values from clipping before the blur. Connect the composite top to a level top. Then set brightness to 1.25. Connect this to the first input of a Luma blur top. Drop another ramp top. First, invert the colors. And then set type to circular. And period to 4.58. Reference the resolution in common settings to the constant chop. Connect this ramp top to the second input of the Luma blur top. On the Luma blur top, set black filter width to 50 and white filter width to 1. Perfect! Remember that if you downloaded this project file, you also need to download the POPX library from MiniUV's Patreon page. I hope you've successfully completed this tutorial. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments.